Hi friends, let us welcome back to our channel. So that is Point Out. So as a part of NCRT series, so we have completed Political Science class 8. Okay? Political Science class 8. Currently we are discussing geography class 6th. But before going to that, so let us revise quickly all the chapters what we have discussed in the previous sessions. Okay? So in the political science, we have discussed about the Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution. From this chapter, so basically we understood what is Constitution. So Constitution is a set of rules and regulations such that everyone should wanted to follow. But there are some exceptions. Okay, there are some exceptions. It's like a similar to the football game. So we have seen in the football game. Okay. So this is about the Indian Constitution. Secondly, we have studied about the understanding secularism. Understanding secularism. So secularism means separation of the political institutions from the religions. Okay, so completely separating them. Political institutions and the religion, completely separation. So this separation is nothing but the secularism. So we have understood about the secularism. Okay, further we have discussed about the parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government. So in this, basically we have discussed about the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. We have discussed about these things. Okay. Further we have discussed about the judiciary. Especially our Indian judiciary. So basically our Indian judiciary consists of hierarchy. It consists of the district level, so that is district courts, and at the state level, so that is high courts, and at the central level, so that is Supreme Court, and which is located at the New Delhi. So this is all about the judiciary. In this again we have discussed various things regarding public interest litigation. Okay, so this is about the judiciary. Further we have discussed about the understanding marginalization. Understanding marginalization. We have studied about this complex phenomenon. So we have especially studied regarding the Adivasis marginalization, how they were marginalized, and because of the marginalization, how they were impacted, how it seems like complex phenomenon. Okay, so Adivasis were troubled very hardly because of the marginalization. Then further we have discussed about the minorities marginalization, that is Muslims community marginalization. Again we have discussed about the scheduled communities marginalization. Okay, so this is about the understanding marginalization. Further we have discussed about the confrontation of marginalization. Confrontation of marginalization. So we realized that marginalization is a complex phenomenon. So then we need to solve it. Marginalization impacts on the socio-economic conditions and at the job opportunities, okay, regarding respect. So it impacts in many dimensions. So it's a complex phenomenon. So we need to address them. Okay. So in this we have discussed about the confrontations of the various marginalizations. Further we have discussed about the public facilities. Public facilities. So we understood that there are basic amenities for the survival of every single individual. They need basic amenities. Whether he is a rich or poor, whether he is a whatever it might be, the caste, gender or sex, creed, whatever it might be, but he needs to get that basic amenities. Okay, he needs to get that basic amenities for the dignity of his life, his or her life. So these basic amenities such as food, water and daily essential things. Daily essential things. These were provided by the government. These were provided by the government, and for that government, fund is provided by the people of our country in the form of the taxes. Okay, so this is what we have discussed in the public facilities, and one more last chapter, so that is social laws and justice. So in this chapter we have discussed about the various laws and importance of the laws. So law is nothing but it is a set of rules and everyone should wanted to follow it. We have seen on that chapter with an example. So that is, suppose you are riding a motorcycle on the road. If the red light will close, you need to stop, because you need to provide peaceful harmony for everyone. Okay, those who are traveling on that road. So for that peaceful and harmony, so laws are made to provide the justice too. Okay, so this is all we have discussed in the political science class 8. Okay, so in today's session we are going to discuss about the motions of earth. Okay, motions of earth. So geography, class 6th, that is motions of earth. Okay, so from this chapter the outcomes are going to be why seasons are changing, how seasons are changing, the phenomenon, how seasons are changing. So these are the outcomes from this chapter. And secondly, we are going to discuss about regarding the variations of nights and days. Nights and days. And we are going to study in detail about the various seasons and movements of the earth. Movements of Earth. So these are the outcomes of this chapter. So but before going to discuss about this chapter, so let's revisit what we have discussed in the last class. So in the last class we have discussed about the Earth in the solar system. Okay, the Earth in the solar system. So from this chapter we have covered about the planets. So basically Mercury, next Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Neptune. So these are considered to be planets. And further we have also studied about the dwarf planet. Okay, dwarf planet. So that is Pluto. Then we have studied about the satellite. So satellite means, let us see with an example. Suppose this is a satellite. Okay, this is a satellite. So it can't produce its own heat and own light. So suppose this is a sun. So it will give the source for the sake of the light and for the sake of the heat. So because of the sun it will shines and it will produce the heat. Okay, and another property will be, so this satellite will revolve around the planets. While planets are revolving around the sun, satellites are revolving around the planets. Okay, this is a planet and satellite is revolving around the planet and planets are revolving around the sun. Okay, so this is the all about the satellite. For example, moon. Example, moon. So moon is a satellite. So it revolves around the earth. Okay. So and we have seen various satellites which consists of the, for different planets it consists of the different satellites. And the number will be also varies based on the planets. Okay. So this is we have studied in regarding the satellite. Next further we have discussed about the sun. Next regarding the moon. Okay. Further we have discussed about the asteroids, meteoroids and regarding the Milky Way galaxy, and after that we have discussed about the universe. Then we have studied so this is V and this is the earth. Okay, this is the earth and after that it is the solar system and Milky Way galaxy. Further Milky Way galaxy, further it's an universe. So this is how we appears. Okay, so this is all about the earth in the solar system. So now let's understand about the motions of earth. Motions of earth. So motions of earth basically consists of two. Okay, basically consists of two. One is revolution of earth and rotation of earth. So in this class we are going to understand these basic two terms. Sorry friends, marker is not properly working. Okay, so now let's see the basic two terms, that is revolution of the earth and rotation of the earth. Okay, so let us see this. So let us consider it as an globe. Okay, globe or earth. So this is the south pole and this is the north pole. So because of the rotation of the earth, the variations are taking place. So that is at one side we are seeing as a night and another side we are seeing as a day. For example, India and London. So we will notice the variation of the time and the variation of the day and night. It's majorly because of the rotation of the earth. Okay, so now let's see definition of the rotation. So rotation means the movement of the earth. Okay, the movement of the earth around its own axis. Suppose let us consider it is an axis and this space is as an earth. So the earth will rotate around its own axis in this way. Okay, so this is nothing but the rotation. Okay, so rotation is nothing but the movement of the earth around its own axis is nothing but the rotation. So because of the rotation, so the variation of night and daytime taking place. Okay, so now let's understand about the revolution. So this is the sun. It providing heat for the various planets. Okay, various positions. And because of that, Earth's position, the seasons are going to change. The Earth which is nearer to the sun, so at that places temperature is very high, and the places where the earth is far from the sun, so there the cold is very high, and in this way variation of seasons were taken place. It's majorly happening because of the revolution of the earth. So now let's understand the basic term revolution. So revolution means the movement of the earth. Okay, the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed orbital or in a fixed path. So this is nothing but the revolution of the earth. Okay, so this is all about today's class. So in today's class we have discussed about the motions of earth. Basically two terms. Rotation means the movement of the earth on its own axis, and revolution means the movement of the earth around the sun, and because of this variation of seasons will be taken place. So this is all about today's class. Thank you friends, and I hope you people were excited in the upcoming classes. Thank you.